Police say it wasn't a chokehold, it was a legal neck restraint. Channel 2's Tom Regan, live now at the Lovejoy Police Department where this happened. Tom, you're hearing two different stories about this tonight.
That's right, George. This man and his fiancée, who shot cell phone video of the incident, accuse the police chief of using excessive force here in the police station parking lot last month. However, a police department spokesman says the chief's takedown of this individual was completely justified, given his aggressive behavior and noncompliance.
No!
If I can't breathe, I mean, his arm around me, I'm getting choked. That's all I know.
Rashawn Banks claims Lovejoy Police Chief Rick Webster put him in a chokehold during a confrontation last month in the police station parking lot. He went there to meet up with his fiancée, who wanted to file a complaint against an officer. That officer had cited her for driving around a police blockade at a railroad crossing where a big rig got stuck.
Need your driver's license. Why are you yelling at me? Because they're passing their Mexican vehicle. Look, we're not acting. I did not know. We're not.
He asked me to pull my ID and was very overly aggressive. And it caused me to get upset, and I was frustrated. He was yelling, I was yelling.
Security camera video shows the chief and others going out to the parking lot where they thought Nixon and her fiancé were having a dispute.
He made contact with the young lady trying to see what's going on. The gentleman pushed the chief. He pushed the chief, and the chief said, "Don't do that again. If you do that again, you're going to go to jail." And then he pushed it, got in the chief's face, and he pushed the chief. And after he pushed the chief, he was taken down to the ground, soft hand technique.
The police spokesman denies Banks' claim that the chief put him in a chokehold, but rather a neck restraint to subdue him.
We were never with a chokehold. He never put his hand around his neck or anything, or stop him from breathing or anything like that.
I was getting choked.
Banks denies pushing the police chief. His fiancée, who shot this video, says officers also tased him, which police acknowledge before placing him under arrest.
It was overly excessive force,
Police have charged Mr. Banks with obstruction and battery. Both he and his fiancée say they plan to contact lawyers and take civil action against the police chief, the police department, and the city. Live in Lovejoy, Tom Regan, WSB Tonight.
All right, Tom, we also want to point out at this point that the woman that we spoke to, we interviewed for that story, is a relative of a Channel 2 Action News employee. We want to make sure we make that point. Tom Regan, thank you.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time joining, if you're returning, thank you for coming back. We're going to jump right off into it, right? So that clip you just seen, that happened back in 2024. So I went and did some digging, and I was curious to find out what happened with this couple in that incident. And I found nothing. I mean, I don't even know if they formally, I don't know if they charged this man. I mean, they said it in the report, but I don't see no case or anything. I think they probably just called it even. Like, we'll drop the charges if you don't sue us type deal. I don't know. Yeah. And I said, you know, let's go a step further. Let's see if anybody has successfully sued this police department, because I've heard a lot of rumors and stuff like that. I came across 3 cases. One was under the Disability Act. The Veterans Disability Act, I believe. So pretty much, let's see. Yeah, excuse me, American with Disabilities Employment. I don't know what all took place in there. I know that it got terminated. It got terminated last year. No, this year. Actually, yeah. Yeah, this year. Wow. Wow, it was filed back. Wow. 3 years later. Maybe they might have settled. I don't know. But he was represented. That took a long time. That took a really long time. Then I came across one for a open records request, which he went about the wrong way and they shot him down. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that last name. Bullock. Anyway, so yeah. So anyway, he filed against the city of Lovejoy for violation of the Records Act. The trial court dismissed it, his petition, his complaint, pretty much because there's a remedy for it. Excuse me, right here. Here it's right here. The act also provides the civil penalties can be imposed in a civil action brought against any person who I can't get it right. All right, negligently violates the term of that act in the amount exceeding $1,000 and then $2,500 for additional violations. And pretty much he didn't go about it the right way, so they dismissed his action, and I guess he never followed up on it to amend his complaint or whatever, so that was it. And then another individual was for a traffic stop or something like that and disorderly conduct, and he got found guilty of it, and yet nothing ever came of that. So I believe, and if you find it somewhere, put it in the comment section, because I want to see if anybody has ever successfully sued him. So that would mean this would be the first. If this is successful and it makes it to where I think it's going, this will be the first ever.
There can be only one.
Crazy.
Do you kind of see the issue here, though? You don't know what he's talking about?
Am I getting the ticket?
I'm just asking you, do you understand what he's saying? He's saying that you're being argumentative now, but it is.
I'm not.
It's pedestrian in the roadway. You cannot be in the center
Okay, can I
of
have my
the roadway.
Give my ID, please.
Hang on, I'm not done.
Okay.
Do you understand what he's saying?
Okay.
I'm just asking why you're out here arguing with him.
I'm not arguing with him. I'm not arguing. I got nothing to argue about.
Make sure yours is on it.
Do you want me to run it again?
No, I got it through on that one, Smith.
All right,
Let me
sir.
ask you something.
What's up?
Mr. Campbell? When I explained to you what was going on, you still wanted to argue, and I don't understand that.
No.
I tried to explain it to you very clear.
Okay.
And for some reason, you thought I was attacking you or whatever.
All right.
I mean, can you explain it to me? I'm trying to understand is what I'm trying to do.
Okay. There's really nothing to explain. Am I free to leave?
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're not. Go ahead. Yeah. I tell you what. Let's get Henry County to meet us over here. I'll go ahead and let them charge.
I mean, what's?
I'm not going to argue.
That's why. There's nothing to say.
We're going to go ahead and get Henry County over here. I'm the deputy sheriff also, so
Okay.
I'm sorry you're detained right now. You don't want to cooperate.
I'm not.
I'll just get Henry County here and write you.
Yeah, you can come back to my office, but you're going to turn the camera off. You come to my office.
What I got to come back there for?
Well, there's no body cam or no dash cam.
There's no body cam and no dash cam. But the officer, she definitely had her body cam on.
No, she didn't. I already checked.
You already
I wasn't
checked?
writing it, but she did.
Okay, so what's that right there? That's the request?
Yeah.
All right, let me just sign it so I can go.
Okay. Can you give him a copy of this?
So much has transpired. If you've been keeping up with the channel, man, like, boy, it is crazy. I mean, it is just... Anywho, so the first step you want to do if you're, find yourself in this type of situation, which I hope you don't, but if you do, you need to have the proper tools and knowledge to successfully file civil suit on whatever law enforcement agency violates your rights. The first step is the anti-litem notice. Once you get past that stage, you file your civil complaint in the proper jurisdiction and venue. That is very important. And there's more information on that. Check the description box below. once you get through all that stuff, you have to make sure that complaint is adequate, right? I'm gonna tell you like this: if you are a plaintiff, there's a rule called the well-pleaded complaint rule, and that right there gives you the power to pretty much, as long as you don't mess it up like too bad, you can come back. Even if it gets dismissed, if you add something else onto it that has something to do with the case that's relevant, like newly discovered evidence or something like that, something you didn't catch before, then you can actually reopen the case. But if the case didn't get dismissed, then you could just amend your complaint and proceed further. So let's take a look at this. You can see the initial complaint was filed beginning of the year. All right, after the complaint is filed, after the anti-liam notice, remember the anti-liam is very important. If you don't have that in there, then your case may be dismissed just because of that alone. So you have to make sure the anti-liam notice is sent in. Then you file your complaint. You put all the information in there, that whatever was done wrong to you. Then you get your summons. The court will issue you a summons, and then you send that summons off to the individuals you're pursuing a lawsuit on through certified mail with a return signature receipt, right? When you do it, I suggest you do the electronic signature receipt. They have the paper one, the little green paper you get that comes back to you. But if you're dealing with a corrupt police department and post office, then you might not get it back, or it'll come when they feel like sending it to you. Ask me how I know. So after that is initiated and stuff like that, then they'll send you all the case information, everything, and then you get your certified mail receipt. That's when you get it back saying, hey, look, you know, the summons was delivered to them, so they have been properly served, stuff like that. So before they got served or properly served, they did some shenanigans, right? And then they had the case removed. That was on this date right here. So let's take a look at that. So now, on this date, the defendants, they smoothed this case from the state court to the federal level. They did this because in federal court system, the police departments have qualified immunity, and they have more protections in federal court, right? And you know, this is the demand or whatever. And so what the plaintiff did was did some digging, did some research, and wanted the case to be remanded back to state court. Well, in the midst of that, the defense argued that since it was federal claims in there and they weren't properly served, then, you know, it could be heard in the federal courts. So the plaintiff did some more digging, and after that motion to remand, he responded to that. The defendant was like, okay, these are just the qualifications to be in federal court. It's a diversity of jurisdiction, right? Meaning if, like, let's say you have somebody who lives out of state, or somebody you're suing out of state, and you live in one state, they live in other. That's one requirement. 2 is have to be over $75,000. And 3, I believe, is if it has the federal question of jurisdiction, pretty much if it has federal claims within the complaint. So the plaintiff amended the complaint, right? Added a motion to remand, actually transfer the case, and to consolidate all these motions into one, because the case was originally filed in Henry County. Is that the thing is that Lovejoy, the city of Lovejoy, operates out of Clayton County. So that was a mistake on the plaintiff's part. He decided he chose the wrong venue and jurisdiction, because the city of Lovejoy is in Clayton County. And the plaintiff figured that, okay, well, because the plaintiff, you know, wherever the incident took place at was in Henry County, so that's where it goes out. No, you're suing somebody that lives in another county or something. You have to do that in that particular county, right? So after these motions were filed, got a response back the next week. The defendants argued that it was unfair, some BS. You'd actually have to go on Pacer and look into it. I'm not gonna get into details in their response. And yeah, they did not like that. So the court ordered, in the plaintiff's favor, allowed a complaint to be amended with a motion to leave that's pretty much special asking permission for the plaintiff to amend the complaint. The defense didn't like that. They responded back right away. So as you can see, check the dates. This is, it's on point. So now, did some research on the judge. The judge is presiding over this case. So the judge is presiding over this case. Come to find out, she is the second. Where is it at? She is the second. Biden had got her into office, nominated her to be in office. And where is it at? I'm sorry, my brain is. Oh, she became the second black female judge in the U.S. District Court for Northern District of Georgia. So she made history. That is a big, big move. And she obviously went to law school because she's a judge now. Worked with the public defender's office. So she understands when individuals' rights are being violated and stuff like that. And she read over the complaint and, she's doing her job. She's not being biased or anything like that. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good from there. So, you guys, with the prior content that you've seen, this is what I'm talking about. And let's, this is another reason why Undercover Granny, and you still got this, she is pretty much a felon. She just hasn't been convicted of a crime yet, destroying cameras and shit. They run around free as hell. And this is just one lawsuit, right? And yeah, it's a lot. It is so much. I'm talking about, bro. I went to all kind of attorneys, bro. I stopped doing that. That's like not even a good look. And that's another thing. Even when I watched that report, I said, well, how come they said, oh, they went and got attorney? They literally had somebody worked at the news station, bro, and nothing ever came of it. Like, what happened? I want to know what happened. You had somebody, you got it on the news and nothing happened. And then that was it. Just went away. You know what I'm saying? His case, so the only thing I could think of is they did something completely out of court. Like, there was no court, nothing. They probably gave him a couple dollars or some shit like that. It was hush hush. You know what I'm saying? That's what they like. They like that hush hush shit. You know what I mean? But here it is. The chief, again, is in trouble. And then other officers. And the violation of Open Records Act. And yeah, that's a big deal. You can't, and you're a cop, you're violating. It's just too much. It's a lot. And if this case gets brought back down to the state level, which is looking really, really like it's gonna happen, they're screwed. He's so screwed. And then it's gonna be on the news. And yeah. Now with all that, right? Let's use some logic. Why? That's just one lawsuit. This is the smallest one. This is the smallest one. It's not not, well, how can I put it? I don't know what I'm looking for. It's not small as in, still violated my rights and stuff, like still violated rights. But it's a lot. It's a lot. Just think about it, man. This takes a lot to sit down, concentrate, and to be able to fight these people on paper in their arena. They do this every day. This is just something they do. I'm just a regular citizen just like you. You know what I mean? I got experience with dealing with these folks, and unfortunately, I had to learn the hard way how they play. And they done turned everybody against bro. Like, I'm trying not to cry right now. I have nobody to go to, bro. Like, y'all don't know how that shit feels. I mean, they done paid off everybody I know, bro. Like, my neighbors, my friends, my family. You see, look at how they, and I'm like, bro, and I look, with undercover granny, I didn't sat there and laid down the paperwork to her, like, look, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And I'm gonna go even deeper, right? With that whole situation, right? There was an incident that took place where she got attacked by dogs. It was based off of a legal arrest. That situation never happened. It was still a lawsuit, right? It could be filed at any time, right? When I came to her with this information, I said, listen, we need to get an attorney and we need to pursue this. This is exactly what this woman said to me. You could believe me, boy. You could just. She said, oh, don't worry about it. I'm still alive. I said, yo, my first thought, I'm being 100% with you. My first thought is, what the fuck did you do? I said, you all people, you love money, right? That's it, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. And I tried to find this case. She will not fucking tell me where that shit's at. I've been trying to look for it. And I stopped. She got the majority of her funds from suing the fucking airline, right? I'm not gonna get into detail on that because there was some stuff that was done with that whole case. She got over. Let's put it like that. She got over. And with that, I'm like, bro, those injuries that you sustained with that incident, and you got a grip with this right here, we'll both be straight. And she said, oh, don't worry about it. I'm just like, what the fuck? I said, what did you do? And then I found out later on that she's mixed up with these people, and yeah, she sold her soul to the devil. And that's why I'm like, bro, like, even with my family, even my egg donor, bro, like, that's why they sending her at me, bro. Come on, man, like, and everybody's gonna believe them. And this is the thing, man. When you got a record, bro, when you got a past, that shit hurts, bro, because even things that's on paper, a lot of that shit be bogus as fuck, because if they violate your rights and put you and incarcerate you, where you have less access to information, you know what I'm saying, to prove yourself. And that's one thing, once you get that label, that shit is so hard to shake, bro. You got to spend the rest of your life proving to society, proving to your friends, proving to your family that you're not this person they make you out to be on paper, bro. That shit is fucked up, man. You know, and I'm sitting up here showing y'all, like, bro, and some people sit back and laugh at me. You know what I'm saying? Bro, y'all don't know what I go through on a daily basis, bro. And when I say motherfuckers done tried to kill me a couple times, bro, I'm not capping, bro. I'm not playing about that shit, bro. Now, if I was to do something, it would be all on the news, and it would be like, look, this guy's a freaking psycho, and da-da-da-da, bro. Come on, but what about y'all? Y'all are obviously, these people have sworn an oath to protect them, but yet when they mess up, they want to turn around and do all this illegal shit and pay people, bro. This shit is so crazy. They be staging shit and everything, bro. They've been trying to get me jammed up like every fucking day, man. I swear, this sometimes I don't even want to go out the fucking door. Because it's like, it's pointless. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, bro. But I'm showing y'all, bro. Like, this shit is fucked up. It's fucked up. But I'm showing you, listen, man. At the end of the day, oh man. At the end of the day, bro, what it comes down to is, yo, you can do this shit too. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard as hell sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you might be going through in your life, because I'm going through hell. But it's possible. And right now, like, these folks are pissed at me. They are pissed. And I'm telling the truth. They don't like that. They don't like getting put on blast, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's right. It's public record. This is not hidden, bro. You can go look up all this shit too. You can go look it all up. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people involved. There's so many big companies. I'm scared to even say their names. Like, these big company names. I'm talking about places that you shop at frequently. Places like people. I'm talking about they'll lawyer up so quick. And they'll, like, I'll go out the door and they'll stage shit. I've had people try to set me up at the gas station and grocery store and any place that you think of that you can frequent. Just think about your daily routine. Imagine everywhere you go, somebody's trying to set you up. Let's just say something simple, right? It just happens to everybody. It's mostly us men or whatever. Pull up in the gas. Bro, I got that gas for you. Hell no, I'm getting gas from the pump. Get the fuck away from me. And then somebody's over there. Somebody's over there with the phone recording the whole shit. Come on, bro. This shit crazy. I had females try to set me up. It's just so much. It's just so crazy. And like, all my friends, I've came to realize, and even with my friend, both of them, bro, like, that let me know that I never had no friends to begin with. Because if you with me while I'm up and I'm doing good, but then when I'm down bad, you ain't nowhere around, fuck you. You wasn't my friend to begin with. Because me, if I know you going through some shit, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull clean up on you and be like, bro, or sis, like, what's going on, man? Talk to me. Let me help you through this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've done that before. I mean, like, literally, I had folks that, like, was about to do some stupid stuff that I'm not gonna say on the internet. I'm like, yo, come here. Give me a hug. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk this through. I ain't got that. I got motherfuckers trying to get paid off. Here, come talk to me. They're like, tell me everything. They're like this. They're fucking here. Tell me everything. Man, fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. When it comes down to this paperwork, and I got them, bro. I got them so bad. And they hate that shit. They hate it. And listen, come down to this paperwork shit, bro. If this case, just this one case alone, if it goes to where I think it's going, in the famous words of Kendrick Lamar,
like bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The type of shit I'm on you wouldn't understand.